Today I want to go over some really great examples of how we use streaming to improve how we do structured extraction. The first one I'm going to go over is iterable streaming, and the second one will be partial streaming. So let's go over iterable streaming first. The idea is that once we define an object in Pydantic that we want to stream against, we can define it as an iterable. Now when we set the response model to be users, which is an iterable user, and we turn stream to be true, when we ask for, say, 5 characters from the 3-body problem, what you'll notice is that each one will stream out one at a time. The first one comes in 3.6 seconds, the next one comes in 3 seconds, and as you can see, we got our first result within 3 seconds, even though it might take about 20 seconds for the entire object to be returned from the language model. This is pretty useful when you want to extract individual objects back out to do some kind of work. However, this is not very good for rendering UI components. In this example here, we do something a little bit different. We've defined a very complex object where we have users, name, email, Twitter, and then we have some meeting info. And the type that we actually use is now partial. And you'll see what partial does in a minute. By setting stream to be true, we can do a bunch of live rendering, and you'll see something pretty cool. Now we have filled out a skeleton of what the response object could look like and stream this out. And so you can imagine having a much more complex UI component where there's data to hydrate. And now we can do this streaming as quickly as possible and get to actually a rendered UI in a much shorter amount of time. This is all really inspired by a lot of the great work that Dimitri has done on the JavaScript side of Instructor. And I have to give a great shout out to Shanks to basically building this up for us.